Alright guys, this is the Squier that we put the trim blocker on. And when we got to the end, of course, we found out that it just couldn't be set up. So we've been given the go-ahead to change what we want. He does want to keep the single humbucker at the bridge. So I'm going to need a new pick guard. Just new hardware all over and a little bit different wiring. And I don't know if you can see, but somebody's already done some tinkering with that trim system, trying to get the intonation right, and it just couldn't be done. I don't know if it's just worn out at the blades and they just stretched that as far as they could, but now it's messed up the action. So we're gonna start fresh. And yeah, first step is gonna be stripping it all down, take it down to just basically body and neck. So let's do that. Alright folks, there it is. All the hardware's off. Pretty much ready to get to work. The first thing I'm going to start with is another fret level and fret crowning, because these are chewed up. They're huge frets though. They're super jumbo, looks like. So I got a lot of material to play with. But anyway, I'm just going to do a fret level, crown them, polish them. Start there, and then we'll start assembly and then down to wiring. So let me get some stuff together and get that rocking and rolling. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I went ahead and did a copper lining on the inside of the control cavity where the pickup's going to go and everything. Did a little bit of an overlap just on top because I'm going to do the same on the back of the pick guard. So if you're wondering, the trick to getting that foil tape to stick, which can be difficult sometimes, is you got to burnish it properly. If you use something like a hold on, let me grab one. Like tight spaces like that, I just use the round end of a Sharpie, and that kind of helps rub it in, you know, make sure everything's sitting real tight, but doesn't rip through the tape. Anyway, if you do that properly, it kind of sticks pretty well. And the next step's going to be, I've got to cut the pick guard to fit. The one that was on there looks like someone did a lot of, I don't know what you'd say. They did some work on it. So they widened the middle pickup because it didn't line up with the cavity. The humbucker hole's way too big, and they cut out around the fretboard where it lays on top of the body instead of sliding it up underneath, which it will fit. So we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm just going to have a humbucker and one volume, and that's pretty much all I'm going to have. So let me get that set up and then we'll put that together. Alright guys, so here's where I'm at. I've got the humbucker cut out, drilled for one volume. That's all he wants. He wants one humbucker, one volume. He'd prefer a fixed bridge, but this guitar is already routed for Floyd, so probably already told you this. Whatever. So anyway, my next step's going to be start wiring. Put all this stuff together. You've seen all this before, probably. If not, check out some of our other videos. But let me get that together and then we'll come right back to it. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this, because I don't really remember if we did a video on a simple wiring like this. So basically you just have your bare wire and your black are going to be ground on the Bill Lawrence. Red wire is going to be your hot wire, and the green and white get tied together. That's for if you want to do like split coil, stuff like that. So just tie them together. And then so basically your ground's going to solder to the casing. Red's going to go to your left leg. Your far right leg gets grounded. And then on your input, the part that's going to touch the tip of the cable, I don't know if you can see that, that's going to be your hot, and then the part that touches the shaft of the cable is going to be your ground. So just follow those around, and your hot leg from the input is going to go to the middle terminal, and then ground to ground, of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tin the wires. Alright, that's your hot leg. I'm going to do the other hot, tin it. Alright. I kind of find that it helps to score this casing a little bit. Gives the solder a little something to stick to. A little tug, make sure it's on there good. And then we've got these that we're going to ground. We'll do a little bit different spot just to keep things clean. Alright, that feels pretty snug. So the next thing to do is we're just going to connect these two wires. You know, of course, it's going to be ground to ground and hot to the hot, which is the long prongy section. I don't know what you call that. Anyway, let's get that together. So we've got the wiring done, put the pick guard on. A couple little tips. Like I said, I had to re-drill all the pilot holes for the screws for the new pick guard because none of them lined up. So a little hint, if you want, when you're putting pick guard on and drilling new holes, do one hole and one screw at a time. If you do them all at one time, there's a chance that they could go a little bit crooked, and then you'll have to re-drill them. It's pain. I wish somebody had told me that the first time I did it, but yeah, drill a pilot hole, put one screw in, move to the opposite side of the pick guard, drill a pilot hole, you know, so on and so forth. Peel a little bit of the plastic up as you screw the screw down, because I hate it when you get those little barbs of plastic sticking out from under these screws when you go to peel it off. So that's it. Next thing we're going to do is just start putting hardware together, and then we'll string it up and go from there. Put new tuners on it. New licensed Floyd Rose bridge, which is the same style bridge that was on it before. It's just a licensed model. And we'll go from there. Alright guys, back in a sec. Alright, so it's pretty much assembled now. Only thing left to do is make sure the electronics are working. I should have done that sooner, but I didn't. I trust myself. And we'll tune it up, cut strings, and see if it's good enough for them.
It's finally playable. Like I said, this guitar has never been playable. And it's been consistently non-playable because it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
They only made these guitars in, it was either 96 and 97,
yeah,
or 97 and 98. It's only 2 years. They did away with them because they were just so excellent.
Right, I believe that.
But could have fooled me. I'm trying to get the stand down. Heard that before? Because this is a Squier Pro Series.
Yeah.
And I've had it for 20 years, and it's been, you know, my pop got it for me, so, you know, I hate to throw it away. I like that you hooked me up like Jerry. Ooh.
What is that damn song?
Yeah. That's a good one. And you get a whatever.
Well, wasn't there
20
something with the pickups you put in the middle and neck pickup? Wasn't there something to those? They were changed. Somebody changed them.
This thing originally came with like it had a stone. It almost looked like a marble granite top pick guard.
Ah.
Like I seen like Bonnie Raitt playing the same guitar.
Oh.
It's not hideous in her hands,
Right.
but as soon as I pick it up, it looks a little instant goon.
I didn't know that. So I thought that was the original pick guard and somebody modified it to fit other
No,
pickups.
see, it originally came with just 3 single coils
Yeah.
on that hideous pick guard. So that was the number one thing. As soon as I seen it, I was like, ah. So I can't remember where I got that pick guard from.
Yeah.
But I had the guy. That was some bootleg work here in Columbia.
Yeah.
That's as good as you can get done.
Yeah, that's a problem, man.
Oh, it's painful.
Yeah.
It was boogered up.
Yeah.
It was bad. Crooked, incorrect.
Yeah.
But this is
So those were the original middle and neck pickup that were in it.
Yeah.
And they were just, because that one was carved out forward, so the opening was like that fucking wide.
I have no idea how that happened.
And then somebody put a bunch of foam behind it to keep it from rattling.
I can't remember even that far back if I might have had a hand in it too. Like if I bought that pick guard. I don't think I did. I think I took it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took it to one of those places in Columbia, and I had them. That was their custom shop.
Was it like me? Can I say names of places?
You know, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but they have their place. I was just talking to Trey about that the other day. How they still have their place because, like, if you're in a touring band and you come through and your amp takes a junk,
yeah,
before you're playing that night,
yeah,
Amazon ain't gonna help you.
No, or cable was broke.
Yeah, you can't get a 4x12 cab at the show. You still have to bite the bullet and go to X.
There's nothing you'd want to change on it from here on out.
On this?
Maybe the pickup.
Yeah, maybe the pickup. And I mean, personally, I've never liked the gold.
So you didn't like the gold? Well, damn.
I've never liked the gold.
Well, now I thought it looked sharp.
Now, I don't have it in now, but when I throw my gold tooth in, you know, I got I'll throw my sweet brown in. I got a ping. Well, that'll be where it's at.
Yeah. So what would you do if you were to change the gold out?
Just close your eyes and picture all of it being chrome.
All chrome?
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course.
I was going to put locking tunes on it, but I was like, well, it's kind of pointless since you've got a locking nut.
Yeah. Well, it's always been gold, so it'll stay.
Well, if you ever want to change it to chrome, I'll get it.
I'm just happy that this thing will play for the first time in 20 years because it has never played a chord.
Yeah. But, you know, I was a little iffy. I was like, even if it does become perfectly playable, I don't know if you'd actually use it live. Because I don't see you as a gold guy.
You're right, man.
I was like, he could go out there and bling a little bit,
but it's
never not.
Never has done that.
Yeah.
No, it would be jack. I mean, I'm talking about frets off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whole finger. No rhythm. Yeah, well, thank you for souping up my guitar. It's very nice.
Do you want to show them your other one?
Ah.
Or no?
Show and smell. You'll have to check it out, folks.
So
it's a mockingbird.
You want to tell them the story where it came from?
Well, it's not mine. This was Laird brought this over. Our bass player Brian Laird. He like won it back in the day. He was a lucky winner to win the acrylic edition. I just can't stop looking at the net, how they put it on there.
That's so weird.
If you folks at home want to see that, how did they do that? Somehow they've molded that in there. See?
Yeah, that's weird.
Look at that. How is that done?
Huh.
I don't know. That's why I brought it to you, because
I think it's cool as
you
hell.
could build me one of these.
You want one built? I don't know much about acrylics, man.
Could you imagine?
It'd be cool. I mean, if you could do like a one in every body style, like you got the Mockingbird and do like a Telly, Strat, Les Paul.
There's got to be something you can make it out of that's not.
A
This
million
thing's
pounds?
got to weigh at least 20 pounds.
What could you make?
This thing's got to at least weigh 25 pounds or more.
I wish I had a scale.
I don't think it's 35, but at least 25 pounds, and that's just getting ridiculous.
Yeah. But you said it's got pretty good clean sound. And
Yeah, the clean is beautiful on it. And this is just all factory. This was going to be like if I ever dropped a string,
yeah.
this is what I would pull out. Thank God.
One song.
Never.
I still couldn't do it. If I was
serious.
you, I wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't have any fun.
Well, yeah, you'll turn.
But the thing is it looks awesome.
It does. You know who you'd end up turning into if you played that more than 2 songs?
I don't know,
What's his damn name? Mick Mars. That's who you'd be after.
Drained of life.
Drained of life.
Hunched and sweaty.
You know, I think he's got serious back problems. I think he's actually got like scoliosis. Or something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, he's fighting actual, condition.
Which was the same thing that what's her name? Deborah or O'Riordan, the chick from Cranberries that just died.
Oh, I had no idea what that was. I figured that was going to be more pharmaceuticals.
I think it was, but I think she had back problems.
It always is, just like Tom Petty. We just heard about that one.
Yeah. Just heard. I didn't hear about that till yesterday.
Yeah, well, as far as I know, that was when they dropped it. That's kind of crazy. Big Tom Petty fan. Love Tom Petty. Never got to see the man live, but
No.
big fan of his work.
Terrible. I like Cranberries.
We just played. I went back and listened to some of their songs. Man, some of their songs were blasted on
like,
loop back in the day.
What was it, New York or whatever that song is, and of course Zombie and all that shit.
Yeah, some of those more. They had a bunch of big hits.
Yeah.
I never disliked them, but I was. I guess they were a part of growing up in the '90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Massive band that didn't suck.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what's weird is like now, like I hated anything that was played on the radio in the '90s. Like I couldn't stand.
I know where you're going with this.
All that shit, but now I can go back and I wish to God I could hear all that stuff again because everything else now is crap.
You're exactly correct. Bands that got completely, in the shadows of Alice in Chains and Nirvana, and Soundgarden, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are like 10 times better than any band nowadays.
Yeah.
Like you could take Sponge.
Yeah. Like listen to like old Sponge. I can do it now.
And they're like way better than any of this garbage on this rock radio now.
Yeah.
Rock is completely deceased.
Even something lame like Lit or what's that other damn? They had all the songs had the exact same chords, played exactly the same way, in the same rhythm, same tuning.
Creed?
Want to be a superstar. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, Electric Everclear.
Everclear. Every song they did was exactly the same.
Well,
somehow they made a hit out of each.
Well, like Local H.
Yeah.
They had like 3 chords. And so.
Or Deftones. But I never really had a problem with Deftones all that much.
Yeah, they were real original.
Yeah.
Sounding. They didn't have any trouble.
Yeah. But you don't hear any of that shit now. Nothing.
It's
nothing good.
I think there's a big disconnect. I don't think kids grow up and go to rock shows anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think they just stare at their phones all day long.
Yeah.
and eat Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Which is what we're going to be doing later on.
Right. While listening to Lady Gaga.
No, we're going to eat a whole bucket of Tide Pods.
Right. Mm.
Like
do sound terrible.
They look very tasty though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I'd rather eat a bar of soap. I think
kids are eating Tide Pods nowadays.
So what
they're not writing songs.
So what does it do when they eat the Tide Pods?
I think they just instantly regurgitate it back out because
it's like people that eat the spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Sort of. It just immediately comes back out.
A spoonful of cinnamon makes the vomit come out. No, I heard those morons were like, once they blow it out, then they gasp it back in. Apparently it's horrible to inhale cinnamon.
Oh yeah, I know about cinnamon. I know about cinnamon.
I don't know, maybe they're smoking the Tide Pods.
I don't know. I have no idea what that's about.
That's got to be a first for anybody,
I mean, do you get high off of
them? I don't know. That's like taping up rodents and shoving them in your hind end.
Yeah.
So you can dance better.
Right. Well, we're fresh out of paper towel tubes, so we won't be doing that tonight.
Yeah, how bored was that guy at the party? What, we're out of alcohol and there's no more pot? Doesn't your little brother have a hamster up in his room?
What about the guy that had the broken light bulb in his hands?
No, I don't know about that.
Pick each little ass out.
Oh.
But what would he be doing with it in there to begin with is the question. Having a great time.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. Anything for clicks and views,
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're going to be eating Tide Pods because we want those views desperately.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there it is, folks. The acrylic Mockingbird, 25 pounds at least. I'd recommend a wide strap.
You know what we ought to do with it? We ought to channel that thing out. Make it lighter. Do some weight relief to it.
Make it thin.
Dude, I bet you that thing was about a 1/4 inch thick. It'd still be heavy as hell. It'd still be body heavy.
You even feel it on that in the neck.
I know.
It wants to tip because this thing's probably a solid 5 or 2.5 pounds.
Yeah, we'll have to get to work on making one of those.
It's cool looking though.
I don't believe I have the technology to do so.
And the cleans are clean.
Cool. Alright. Well, he's going to leave us another one, I believe.
Yeah, I'm dropping off the Gibson finally. I finally have trust in you.
Song.
It just needs
For now.
It just needs to be looked at. It's never been set up.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna be like, find out it's pretty smacked out. I don't know.
No. It seemed pretty nice the other night.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. We'll do that. Anyway, Mark, I'm Ben. Later.